Global risks and sociology. In today's interconnected world, no country or society exists in isolation. What happens in one corner of the planet can easily affect people thousands of miles away. From climate change and pandemics to economic crises and wars, global risks have become part of our daily reality. These risks are complex, unpredictable, and global in scale. Sociology, which studies how societies function and change, plays a crucial role in understanding these risks and how they influence human life. It helps us explore not just what these risks are, but also how societies respond to them, who suffers the most, and how we can create systems to protect everyone. Global risks are challenges that cross national borders and affect many countries at once. For example, climate change does not stop at the borders of a country. It causes floods, droughts, and wildfires around the world. Similarly, pandemics like COVID-19 showed how a virus that started in one place could spread globally within weeks. Economic instability, cyber attacks, terrorism, and political conflicts are also considered global risks. These issues affect societies on multiple levels, socially, economically, and politically. Sociology helps explain how these problems emerge from human activities and how social systems contribute to or try to control them. One of the key sociological ideas about global risks comes from the German sociologist Ulrich Beck, who introduced the term risk society. According to Beck, modern societies are not only focused on producing wealth and progress but also on managing the risks created by modernization itself. For example, industrialization led to economic growth but also created pollution and climate change. The invention of nuclear energy provided power but also the threat of nuclear accidents or weapons. Beck's concept helps us understand that risks in the modern world are often man-made rather than natural. They are the result of human decisions, technologies, and economic systems. Sociology also examines how global risks affect people unequally. While everyone faces global threats, some groups are more vulnerable than others. Poor communities, for example, are more affected by climate disasters because they lack resources to recover. Developing nations face higher risks from economic shocks because their economies are less stable. In many cases, those who contribute least to global problems suffer the most from their consequences. Sociologists call this global inequality of risk. It shows that risk is not just a technical or environmental issue, it is also a social and moral one. Media and communication also play a big part in shaping how societies understand global risks. When news channels show images of floods, fires, or conflicts, people begin to see these risks as real and urgent. However, the media can also spread fear or misinformation, which may lead to panic or denial. Sociologists study how information about risks is shared, who controls the narrative, and how it affects public perception and behavior. For example, during the pandemic, misinformation about the virus created confusion and resistance to public health measures. This shows that managing risks requires not only technology and policy but also social trust and communication. Another important area in the sociology of global risks is the study of global governance. Since risks cross borders, no single country can solve them alone. International organizations like the United Nations, World Health Organization, and World Bank work together to create global policies. Sociologists analyze how these institutions operate, how they make decisions, and whether they represent all nations fairly. They also study the role of civil society, social movements, and activism in pushing governments to take collective action on global issues such as climate change and poverty. Sociology also helps us understand how global risks shape people's identities and daily lives. When individuals hear constant news about global warming, pandemics, or wars, they may feel anxiety, helplessness, or loss of control. Sociologists explore how people adapt to living in a world full of uncertainty. Some communities build resilience through local initiatives, such as community farming, recycling programs, or disaster preparedness. Others form online networks to spread awareness and demand change. In this way, sociology shows that even in times of global crisis, people can come together to build solidarity and hope. Technology also adds a new dimension to global risks. Artificial intelligence, automation, and digital surveillance bring both opportunities and dangers. On one hand, technology can help predict and prevent disasters. On the other hand, it raises concerns about privacy, unemployment, and control. Sociologists study how societies can use technology responsibly while ensuring fairness and protecting human rights. They emphasize that technology should serve people, not the other way around. Understanding global risks from a sociological point of view also helps in designing better policies. Instead of reacting to disasters after they happen, societies can focus on prevention and preparedness. Education, awareness campaigns, and strong institutions are key to managing risks. Sociology encourages governments to include marginalized voices in decision-making so that policies are fair and effective for everyone. In conclusion, global risks are a defining feature of our time, but they are not just natural or technological problems. They are deeply social. They reveal how connected and interdependent our world has become. Sociology helps us see the human side of global risks, how people experience them, how they are distributed across different groups, and how societies can work together to reduce them. By studying social structures, institutions, and relationships, sociology provides a path toward a safer and more sustainable future for all. If you enjoyed this explanation and want to learn more about how sociology connects to global challenges, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue creating educational content that makes complex ideas simple and meaningful for everyone.